Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Monday, August 23rd, 2021, first day of a new trading week and the last hour of the current trading day. As you know, the last hour of the day, in my opinion, is the most valid time to make your buying and selling decisions, because during the day you have the algorithms, you have the day traders, they are in control of the price, they are moving the price around. At the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control away from the day traders and the algorithms. I consider them to be the smartest money on the street, and therefore the closing levels of the day to me to be the most valid prices to make your buying and selling decisions from. So thank you all for coming today. I appreciate you being here. I hope that you had a nice weekend. I hope you did some fun stuff, maybe studied up a little bit on your trading, but generally had a good time and were happy and healthy over the weekend, and I hope you're happy and healthy today. So wow, big trading day today, or a big day up today for the bulls at least. Currently the Dow Jones is up 269 points, up 0.77. The NASDAQ, huge day, up 243 points, up 1.66. The S&P up 45.72, up just over 1%. So big day for the bulls, especially in the NASDAQ. I hope your trading is going well today, and hope that you are making money, and really appreciate you being here. And like I said, I hope the time that you spend here is helping you with your trading and your investing. So here's the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back. We're going to take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. I also did have some day trades today. I will share those with you. Those were all green. I'm happy to say after that, we are going to go over to the board and we are going to take a look at my students' positions, and we'll see where they bought them, and we'll see how they're doing. And I see lots of green over there today, thankfully. So after that, we are going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. Always the most important skill in trading, in my opinion, is the ability to create a plan, but more importantly, the ability to follow the plan, and that falls under the heading of trader psychology, and that's why I like to talk about it each day. After that, I do have some end of day candidates that I'm interested in today. I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. As always, I have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. First, confluence combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Second, have to have a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2 to 1, based upon strong support below and strong and likely resistance above. And then you have to have a complete trading plan before you get into any trade. At least I do, and that includes for me position sizing based upon the current market volatility, knowing what my maximum allowed loss is, knowing where my emergency stop is, knowing where my end of day stops are, knowing where my intraday profit targets are, knowing where significant overhead resistance levels are, and as always, having a good trailing stop protocol or rules in place, so that if you have a nice profitable trade, you don't give it all back. So those are my rules. So using those 3 criteria, I am going to go through the end of day candidates as we get closer to the close. Look at the multiple time frames, look at the risk to reward ratio, check it all out. If I find something that I like, I will buy it at the close of right before the close of the day. After the market closes, if anyone has any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you need any clarification on anything I discussed today, please let me know. I'm happy to do that for you. If there are any stock symbols that you would like me to look at prior to the close, put them in the live stream. I will do my very best to get to them before the end of the day. And then lastly, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today, if they could please just wait until the end, until the market has closed, so that I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, pressure's off, and then we'll spend as much time as we need to get them all taken care of. Okay, so that's the plan for today. Hang tight. I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll be back in about 40 seconds. Thanks so much. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Let's see who is here today. Wait, do I have my microphone on? It's my OCD. Here we go. Michael Wilkinson, who knows something about OCD. My OCD brother is here. Good to see you, Leva. Hope you are having a good day, my friend. Really looking forward to our lessons tonight. Michael and I are starting the course that I teach tonight at 6:30 my time, right, Mike? And really looking forward to working with you on that. And thanks for coming today. Dan is here with my peace sign. Thank you so much, Dan. I wouldn't know what to do without that peace sign every day. Peace sign means a lot to me in a lot of different ways. So you didn't know that, but I really appreciate it, buddy. And I hope you're having a good day. Steve Burns is here. Steve, how you doing, my friend? Steve is having a great trading day today. We're going to go over his trades in a minute. That is why Steve Burns is Steve Burns. Steve, I appreciate you being here. As always, thank you for everything you contribute to this channel. Jonathan is here from Ireland. Good evening, Greg and group. Nice to see you, sir. Tom is here. Nice to see you, Tom. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. And I will see you a week from Wednesday for our lessons as well. Bacon Bandit, how's it going? Hi, Greg and everyone. Been too long. It has. I will get back to you on your email, Bacon, and we will get that Skype call set up just as soon as I possibly can. But thanks for coming. Please say hello to Duncan for me. Anya T is here. Good to see you, Anya. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're feeling well today and that your trading's going well. Also, Tracy Peterson. Hello, Greg and all. Tracy, nice to see you, my friend. Hope you and Paxton are doing well. Nigma is here. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Nigma. Always nice to have you here. David is here. Hi, Gregorian traders. Good to see you, Dave. Hope you and the family are doing well. Ava, there's my good friend Ava. Greetings to all. Greetings to Ava as well. Always lovely to have you here, Ava. Miko is here. Good afternoon, and good afternoon, Greg and everyone. Good to see you, Mike. Hope you're having a good day as well. Kamal is there. The Kamal. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel, Kamal. I appreciate it. I know everyone else does. Another person I need to thank for their contributions is Frank. Frank, nice to see you. Hope you had a nice weekend. Thank you as always for all your great poems and all your great contributions. And George is also here. Hi all. Good to see you, George. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. Appreciate you being here. All right, should we get started? Let's do it. AGQ. All right, I did buy AGQ on Friday with an intraday under 30, over 30 deep dip buy. I bought it here at 35.04. It is currently 37 even. It's up a healthy 5.5% today. I did hit 3 profit targets today as well. So really, really grateful for this trade. McDonald's. I did buy McDonald's on Friday with the higher low V2. I bought it at 238.49. Along with Dynamic Duo, Tom, Ava, Jonathan, really close to my profit target. How close was this? 239.82, and I had it at 239.87, so it's 5 cents off. Still has not triggered the profit target, but definitely within striking distance, and this is up 0.51%, not too shabby. On day one, SPY had a nice overnight SPY trade. Bought the SPY at the close on Friday at 443.30. Sold it at the open here at 445.20. So nice little overnight gapper, much higher than it opened, but still very grateful for the overnight gap that I locked in this morning. I do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I take the overnight risk. I sell it first thing the next morning at the open. That is the strategy. Of course, I will be buying this today at the close, holding it overnight, selling it first thing tomorrow morning. Last swing trade, Exxon. I did buy Exxon here with an under 30, over 30 rejection of the -2 ATR channel. I bought it at 52.66. It is up 4.12% just today. Did reach my trailing stop level, so now I am in trailing stop on this trade and did hit 4 profit targets. It gapped through 2 of my profit targets, hit the 3rd, and actually hit the 4th as well. So that's been a really nice trade, up 4.1%. All right, let's go over to day trades. Now, Pfizer, I did take a short on Pfizer, and I want to explain what got me interested in the short position in the first place. A few days ago, we had a big down bar. We came back down. We rallied. We were inside near halfway of the big bar down. That, to me, on the daily time frame, is bearish, and so therefore I went and I looked for a short position intraday to take advantage of that resistance on the daily. This was earlier in the day. I shorted it here when we had this big false breakout to the upside, reversal back down with the V1. I shorted at 50.70. I covered a portion at 50.42. I covered a portion at 50.25. I covered a portion at 50.01. So, and the last one, yeah, 50.01. Came down. I thought it was going to get away from me. Came back down and covered the last portion at 49.73. So I shorted at 50.70, covered at 40.52, covered at 50.25, covered at 50.01, and covered at 49.73. So that was a nice little trade, short trade. I really like to sell short, I have to be honest. Apple. There we go. Apple was a classic return to value, sideways motion. Here we were above the value zone. We came into the value zone. We made a lower high, but then we washed out the lows. I bought here with the false breakout to the downside and a V1 in the value zone at 149.73. I sold part at 149.91. I sold part at 149.95, one part at 149.98, and a part at 150.03. So nice little day trade there on Apple. And then last but not least, I had another very similar looking trade on Amazon. Above the value zone, into the value zone, sideways motion, false breakout to the downside of the low of the range, and a V1 when it triggered at 32.69.40. Next bar went up. I sold half at 32.71.80, and then we had this big bar up here. I was busy with something else, and I took all of it off at 32.76.70. So yeah, batting 1,000 today on the day trades. Very grateful for that. As always, you know, I really do like to day trade. It's a big staple of what I do. I like the combination of swing trading and day trading as well. All right. Steve says, great AGQ trade, Greg. Thank you, sir. I learned that from you, Steve. I learned all my deep dip buy stuff from Steve. And so that's your work right there, bud. Tracy Peterson says, does the 520 crossover on TCOM backtest well? I don't know. I don't even know if I can pull it up. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, I cannot backtest that. I don't know if anyone else out there has the ability to do that, but on mine, I can't backtest that, Tracy. Oh, Steve says TCOM has almost a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio with a 37 win rate. Tracy said, thanks, Steve. Now it just needs to cross 1 penny under on my charts. Good. Shopify. Okay, so Kamal, I do have Shopify on my list. On my end of day candidates, so we will get to that in a little bit, but it's definitely on there, and I do like that setup. Gary, how you doing, Gary? Gary says, hello, Greg and group. So sorry I've been MIA the past couple weeks. Just an FYI, I am out of all positions on the board if there are any left. I don't remember any being left, but if so, I will take them off for you. Let me get out my little notepad. All right, does anybody know where my pen is? I know somebody does. All right, DT. Let's see. So, okay. So Steve has a 520 crossover on Dynatrace. So I will put on the board. Let me do a little math real quick. All right. And then let me put this over here with our potentials. It's not going to work. Okay. Steve says, great to see you back, Gary. I 100% agree. It felt weird without Gary here. It's nice to have you back, Gary. VJ is here. Can you check JD? Yes, sir. VJ, do you know if earnings were this morning or if they're after the bell? I see the earnings symbol here, but I don't know. If it was this morning and earnings already passed, I don't think I'd buy this. It's a V1, rejected the 1 ATR channel. But if they're this afternoon, then I certainly would not, VJ. So I hope that makes sense. But I don't really see anything other than, yes, we were trending down. We've started to create a base here, but I don't see like a legitimate trigger. And I don't know when earnings are, which is very important to me. Johnson says, hi, Greg and all. Good to see you, Johnson. Hope you're doing well. Steve says FCX back up over the 200. Yes, it certainly is. Under 200, over 200. George says, Greg, could you check GLW? Yeah, it's good. I mean, I like it. I like the false breakout to the downside. I like the bounce off the 200-day moving average and the V1. If this were me trading it, I probably would not use the 200 as my stop. I think it's a little too far away. If I were to trade it, no, I take that back. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't take this trade because the day one bar on this V1 is larger than 1 ATR. See the high and the low of this bar, if an ATR is from here to here, this is larger, indicating that there was abnormal, an unusually larger amount of selling to make that bar larger than 1 ATR. I mean, look, it's not the worst trade in the world at all. And, you know, I don't want to say anything where you don't buy it and it goes racing up tomorrow, but there are some good things. There's a false breakout to the downside. There's a V1. There's a bounce off the 200-day moving average. I'm just concerned about this bar on Friday that was larger than 1 ATR. So that's my honest opinion there. Tom says JD was this morning. Okay, well, even if it was this morning, I still didn't really see anything that I really liked. But that's just me. What do I know, right? Lilia is here. Good to see you, Lilia. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. Always nice to have you here. Hope the dogs are doing well. Hope the rabbit is doing well. Also doing well. Or is it rabbits? I can't remember. Let me take care of a little business over here. Sweet. Bam. Just like that. Okay. Let me take this all into consideration here. All right, let's get to your trades. I'm bored of my trades. Let's get to your trades, which are funner. All right, here we go. Tesla. Tom. Beautiful deep dip buy on Tesla with the rejection of the 200-day moving average. I know he snuck in there and bought it after hours, and he bought it at 664.60. It's 706.12. It's up 3.8% today and much more than that on the trade. So beautiful trade for that, Tom. And that was your first trade up here on the board, and that is a sweet one. So very nice. Qs, another sweet trade. Steve Burns bought the Qs with the 520 crossover. Bought it at 36.97. It's 373.38. It's up 1.54% on the day and on the trade. And we also broke out here. Looks like to new highs. I want to make sure that's the case. Yes, broke out to new highs. So that is excellent. Way to go, Steve. ATVI, Gary, David, Michael Martin bought ATVI, higher low. Oh, Gary's out. Gary's out. All right. So Michael Martin and David bought a higher low V2 here at 82.43. It's currently 82.61. It is down a little on the day, but it is up on the trade. Uber, my good friend Kamal had a sweet little trade on Uber on Friday at 39.80. It's 40.92. It's up 2.4% today. Under 30, over 30, bullish engulfing bar, V1, false breakout to the downside, all sorts of stuff. Really great trade, Kamal. IQV, Ava and the dynamic duo bought IQV at 248.10. It's 254.44. It's down just a little bit. It's down a smidge, but it is up nicely on the trade. NVIDIA. Holy hamburgers. Steve Burns, way to go, buddy. 520 crossover on NVIDIA. Bought it at 207.64. It's 218.86, up 5.12% today on the day, and also 5.1% on the trade. Not bad for one day. Way to go, Steve. Steve also bought Facebook with a 520 crossover, bought it at 359.19. It's currently 364.12. It's up 1.32%. Pretty good on its first day. BYD, Steve's new favorite stock, bounce off the 200-day moving average and a V1. Hospitality and travel stocks doing well today. Bought at 55.94. It's currently 57.95, up 3.43% today. Way to go, Steve. Roku, another Steve, under 30, over 30, bought at 348.41. It's currently 355.87. It's up 1.3% today, and about the same on the trade. What is this red stock doing in all of my green positions here? Frank, buddy, I'm so sorry. There's always got to be that one that's down a little, right? Frank did buy Walmart on Friday at 150.76. It's currently 150.98. So it's a little down on the day, but it is still up on the trade. IWM, way to go, dynamic duo. Holy hamburgers. Under 200, over 200. Bought this on Friday at 215.40. It's 219.48, up 1.88% on the day, and about the same on the trade. Very proud of you too. David bought, I hope I got this right, Dave. David bought this return to value V1 on Google at 27.14. It's 2806.62. It's up 2.11% on the day, and a beautiful 3.28% on the trade. Way to go. Boeing, nice trade for Boeing on Kamal. Kamal snuck in here, bought this rejection of the negative third ATR channel at 213. It's 219.32. It's up 3.13% on the first day. Excellent. EXAS, Ava, becoming just a phenomenal trader, everyone. Has everyone noticed this? I mean, really, a quantum leap trade, Ava, in your trading, in my opinion. Bought this on Friday. False breakout to the downside, little V1 after the sideways motion. Bought at 93.10. It's 96.36. Beautiful, beautiful trade. ZTS, Jonathan bought ZTS at 201.40. It's currently 207.16, down just a little on the day, but nicely up on the trade. And then lastly, Spotify, and I don't have anyone in this. I don't know why it's there. I have no idea why it's there. All right, so way to go, everybody. My gosh, just beautiful, beautiful trades all the way around. And Lova, I'm so excited that we have lessons tonight. I said that before, but I'm totally pumped. I am really totally pumped. Lova knows what he's doing. He's really great at trading and chart analysis. I just think I'm going to help color in the small little details. And Lova's going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure. All right, real quick, before I get into anything new, current positions, AGQ doing great. No issues here whatsoever. I'll just be holding. McDonald's, no issues here other than it won't hit my profit target. Come on. Don't be so difficult. It's like 5 cents. Just do it. But that looks fine. Everything looks good there. Looks like MACD crossover today. That's good. Of course, I'm buying the SPY at the close as per usual. And then Exxon's doing great, and it is at my 1.5 ATR trailing stop level, so I'm now in trailing stop. So great trades, all of them positive today, swings and days. So very, very grateful for that. Let's see. Does Frank have a poem for us? Steve says, lift bounce near the 30 RSI, bullish engulfing candle. Yeah, I believe I have that on my list, Steve. Let me see. Yeah, I do. So we'll get to that in a minute. Steve Burns says, Snap has a 520 crossover. It does. That is also on my list. So we'll take a look at that. David says, yes, it's right. Good. Enigma says, yup. Is that a yup or is that a symbol? That's like Kamal the other day. We were talking about apple cider vinegar, ACV, and he's like, okay, what's going on with ACV? And I looked it up. I thought it was a symbol, which it is. I'm like, it looks like a Kamal trade. But anyway, I guess you would have had to been there. Steve Burns says, Square has a 520 crossover. All right, let's take a look at SQ. Yes, it does. Let me do a little bit of math here. Okay, and okay, and we'll put that on the list as well. We have a lot to look at today, which is kind of, for me, sometimes the hardest, narrowing it really down to that best one. Michael Wilkins says, I'm so excited, TER. All right, let's see. TER under 30, over 30, under the 250, over the 250. That is good as well. All right, I'm going to get away from symbols because the board's getting a little big and I know I'm going to be a little late. So let me get this last one, okay? We have got plenty. We have got more than enough to look at. 68 times 1.5. Okay. 2. Roger that. Steve says, UUP gap down reversal helping metals again. Yeah, look at that. Boom. That's an island reversal, everybody. In case you don't know what an island reversal is, you have a gap on both sides of the high. See the gap from here to here on the left? See the gap from here to here on the right? That is an island reversal. That is generally a bearish setup when you have gaps to both the left and the right. We don't really talk about island reversals, but I don't see them very often. Nigma says it was about Ava's excellent trading. Oh, gotcha. Yes, 100%. Paxton says, I have followed Ava's trade since day one. Thanks, Ava. 100%. Thank you, Ava, as well from me. Okay. All right. I don't see a... All right. All right. So listen, we have a lot to go over today. There are a lot of end-of-day candidates. Remember, 3 requirements. Confluence combination of indicators is what we're going to be looking for. Good risk to reward ratios, at least 2 to 1. And then, of course, always having your trailing stop methodology or your rules, your protocols in place. But before we do that, I want to switch gears. I want to talk about trader psychology. You know what, in my opinion, it's the most important skill in trading is the managing of your emotions, following your plan. Seriously, let's get real. If you want to be a long-term profitable trader, you've got to get this under control. Have your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, whomever, if you're having issues with it, tell someone about it. Have someone, you need to be accountable to someone, and it will make you a better trader. I tell this to my students all the time, right? But this is one of my favorite channels here, Money Trade Edge, better thinking, better trading. I love this channel. Always nice, short, succinct post, but they always carry a lot of weight. right? They really do. And so please follow Money Trade Edge, Better Thinking, Better Trading over on Twitter, and read the post every day, internalize them, and I think you'll be very happy that you did. So that, like I said, very short and succinct. How to win at trading. Think in years, not in days. You know, this sounds maybe a little cliche or, oh, yeah. It's true, everybody. If you get in the mindset that you are trading for the long run, not trying to make a lot of money today or this week or this month, but if you have the initial mindset that I'm going to take the long view on this, it's always best to take the long view on everything, right? Because you plan things out, you do things, like you look for the long term. In trading, look at the long term. Think in terms of years. Do not think in terms of days. Because if you think in terms of days, then you're just going to try to make money every day. You're going to force things. You know you are. You do it all the time. I know you do, right? But if you take the mindset that this is just one of the next 1,000 trades, then it changes the perspective. It changes how you look at things. And if you think about thinking in terms of years, then one little trade's just not going to matter. It's just not going to matter to you. And you can make a lot of money in the years. But if you try to make the money in the short run, the trading gods do not like this. All of you that have been trading, you know this. They don't like it. They like patience. They like consistency. They like taking the long view. So how to win in trading? Think in years, not in days. So if you're thinking, oh, I have to make money today, or oh, I didn't make money today, and you fall apart and you go into a shame spiral, don't do it. Take the long view. Take the long view with everything, with your health, with your relationships, in trading, whatever. The long view is always the best because it's not impulsive. So that's my advice. Thank you, Money Trade Edge. I appreciate you posting that because I 100% agree. And, maybe go out on a long walk, sit in a quiet room, think about this, think in years, not in days. And I promise you, it will have a positive effect on your trading. Okie dokie, Smokey. Ava says, thank you guys, but I have much to improve on still. 1 equals on. Oh, we all do, Ava. But the point is I know you're improving. We can all see it in your trades. Yes, of course, we all can improve. You can improve. Everyone can still improve. But you have made leaps and bounds. I mean, just as far as the positions that we've seen. All right. So I don't see a poem from Frank. Sorry, Frank. Am I putting pressure on you? All right. Hey, that had to be McDonald's, right? Yes. Sweet. You know, that's my favorite thing in trading, is turning this straight line into a dotted line. Done and done. Nice. Okay. Hey, Frank does have. Tom says, yay, MCD profit target. Yep, I just got it. Sounded like you had the same one. All right, here's a poem from Frank. Let me post this on up here. All right, here we go. You know this is going to be good. Oh, this is a fun fact. Oh, well, let's read the... Oh, fun fact. The youngest trader to make millions trading stocks is Ayush Jain, age 18. He started trading a year and a half ago. When he was 17, he made $1 million. Fantastic. I don't think I see the poem, Frank. I do not see the poem. Could you repost? because for some reason it is not here. So I'm going to get rid of that one because that was a fun fact. I thought that was the poem. But if you could repost, Frank, if you could, I'd appreciate it. I don't feel like I can look at any new potential signals unless I read a poem first. Here's a sports break from Steve. The most watched sporting event of all time was the 2012 Olympic Games. 3.6 billion watched. Wow. Michael says, Ava's opinion is a buying signal. I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, Frank, I don't see it. So I'm going to get going here, and then I'll check back to see if we have the poem. Amazon. All right. Well, so Amazon is a potential entry today with a close over the 200, although I don't like it. I don't like that we came from a lower low. Tom, if you're out there, we made a lower low, then a close above the 200. And you can see clearly that, we were pretty extended to the downside of the 200. We have rallied up to it, and look what happened right when it got there. It pegged it, it tested, right now it's under. Who knows what's going to happen, but I'm certainly not going to buy this unless it's over the 200-day moving average. It looks like it's closed under the 250 and over the 250, which also backtest well. But I don't like buying. I mean, if it's the only thing out there, yes, I still think it has an edge, but I don't like buying lower low closes back above the 200. I'd rather it go under, close above, fail, come back, retest, and then have a higher low close back above the 200. That's what I would like. Budweiser. Well, Budweiser has fallen off a cliff. I know, because I tried to short Budweiser over here, and I could never get any short shares available. And look at this. However, it is an under 30, over 30. The only thing that concerns me over here is the low of this range, and that's right where we're at. Under 30, over 30, under the negative third channel, over the negative third channel. I kind of like it, actually. I don't have a lot of consumer defensive type of stocks, so that one is a potential for me. Caterpillar, false breakout to the downside and a close back over the 200-day moving average. I did back test that. We're right at halfway of the last down big bar on the weekly. So with that being said, I am going to pass on Caterpillar. CCL is a wild and woolly one. You all know that. That's Carnival Cruise Line with a close under the 200, close back over the 200. I think it's a little chasey for my blood at the moment, but that is a legitimate signal. Disney, close under, close back over the 200. This is a higher low close back above the 200s. Here we were lower, rallied up, came back down. This low is higher than this low and a close back above the 200. So I would consider Disney on my short list. Lyft, under 30, over 30, bullish engulfing bar, under the negative third, over the negative third. Let's take a little look over at the weekly. We had that big down bar last week. I know I get a little persnickety about these things, but I've seen this for years. I mean, I think the resistance is going to come in at like 48.80. So yeah, there's a couple bucks to the upside, but I think that back below 30, it's like a 1-to-1 proposition. So I'm going to leave that one alone. MasterCard, lower low, close back above the 200-day moving average. Also has a V2. Here's day 1, 2, 3. 2 washes out 1, 3 is above. It is rejecting the -1 ATR channel, or not rejecting, but it's having issues there. Also having issues with the 10-day. Let's look at the weekly. A lot of strong selling into that. I think I'm going to pass. Snap has a 520 crossover that has come out of sideways motion here. It has rallied quite a bit off the lows for us to get there. This is a valid crossover. Let's check the weekly. Weekly holding the 5 EMA on the week. I think this definitely still has potential upside potential, but for me, it's a little chasey. Shopify, false breakout to the downside and a V2. Here is day 1, 2, 3. 2 washes out 1. 3 closes above day 1. 48.55, close to that 50 RSI level, and you have a confluence here of the 20 and the 50. So there are a lot of confluences of resistance right here. You know, my stop on this trade would be halfway the washout bar here. I think I'm going to pass on Shopify. Apps, under 30, over 30. This is an Ava trade. Ava pointed this out. So apps does have an under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third. Looks pretty good. So that one is also a potential for me. DT, we talked about that earlier with the 520 crossover. Came out of sideways motion here. I just don't like that it's rallied so far. You know, I get a little persnickety as far as risk to reward ratios. I really like crossovers that really go sideways for a while and then break out. This is a valid trade. A little high for me on the weeklies, but I guess in this market it doesn't really mean anything, but I am going to pass on that. Square, 520 crossover. Let's look at the weekly here. I like Square a little bit better with the with this 520 crossover, but it's well off of its highs. I think I am going to just have to let that one go as well. And Teradyne, under 30, over 30, under the 250, over the 250. I like that. If we look at the weekly, we have the 50 moving average right above us. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on that. I know I'm being a little conservative here, but my favorites at the moment are Budweiser, Disney, and apps. I mean, who knows, right? I just have to make my best guess assessment at what's going on. But I do like Budweiser. I like that it's just been devastated for so long. I like that we have a double bottom with the bullish divergence. Here's a low. We rally. We come lower. Even though we're lower, there's no red to be seen. This is called the double bottom with a missing right shoulder. You need a trigger. The trigger is the under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third. So I do like Budweiser. Disney, under 200, over 200. It does back test well. Let me look at the weekly. Do we have a 520 crossover? No, not yet. We're off of the highs a little bit. Let me go ahead and lock this in right here. And over here. Okay. The gap concerns me, but it did go through the gap. If we look at the weeklies, yeah, Disney's fine. It's a little high. I'd rather be buying it in the value zone. And then apps, the strong downward movement though the last couple days. So this is valid. Under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third. It is valid on increased volume. So Budweiser, Disney, and apps are really what I'm looking at. Bud, Disney, that's not Disney. And apps. Okay, and let me put this down here. I have some weekly trades as well, but I'm not going to go over those until the end of the week. All right, let's dial in on this. Budweiser. Under 30, over 30. Under the negative third, over the negative third. Double bottom bullish divergence. Weekly, halfway of that down bar. We have the low here at 60.70. Like to get above that. Disney is well off of its highs. I'm leaning towards Budweiser or Disney. Oh, one second. All right, give me a second. What do we have? Oh, we have 14 minutes. Okay. What do we have there? 26.60. Okay. $149.85. That's 72. All right, let me do a little fixing over here. Okay. Seven. All right. Okay, that should do it. Oh, there's the poem. All right. Let me read this real quick. All right, here we go from Frank. Trading takes an iron will, determination, practice, and daily drill. The lesson it teaches we absorb and instill, the eye of the tiger, patience and still. Trading is an art and a skill. It's 100% an art and a skill. I was always taught that by Kerry Lavorne. You know, it's like math and it's like art as well. Let's read it one more time. Trading takes an iron will, determination, practice, and daily drill. The lesson it teaches we absorb and instill, the eye of the tiger, patient and still. Isn't that a nice sentence? The eye of the tiger, patient and still. Picture yourself as that tiger when you're trading. Eye of the tiger, patient and still. Trading is an art and not a skill. Wow, is that good stuff, Frank? Man, thank you, sir. That is beautiful. Michael wants to look at EA. Oh, that's 5 minutes. Nice, big, strong day today. 520 crossover. You know, Michael, my only concern is this big old bar over here. I'm not saying it can't go higher. It's a fractal. Here's a high with two lower highs to the left, two lower highs to the right. Nice fractal. Let's look at the weekly. We're just inside that big bar. That's what concerns me. Me personally, I wouldn't take that trade, but I mean, I could see why someone would. Johnson wants to look at pets. V2 for sure. It's It's a 4371 RSI. Has the 200 week moving average as resistance above. I mean, yeah, you know, if you took that trade, I would use halfway of the washout here as my stop. Can it get twice that to the upside? I suppose it could. I like that it's closing in the value zone. I mean, I don't, you know, if I saw this trade, I don't think I would take it. I like the daily. I really don't like the weekly with the 200 above, though. Mamal, hi, good to see you. Oh, I'm APPN. I like that one better. It's a higher low V1. Not quite, well, yeah, in the value zone. Let's see, the weekly in the value zone. Yeah, that's fine. That looks okay. Good risk to reward ratio. I like it better. ARC. I like ARC. I feel like it's too extended, Momo. If you're talking about the under 250, over 250. Michael says, I'm showing Bud as going under the -2 ATR today. Well, again, that's probably because of our, you mean rejected by the second ATR channel? Is that what you mean? I don't like it as much now with the rejection of that low, the low of the range. So I'm going to pass on Budweiser unless it closes above the low of this range. So I'm going to pass on that. Disney, I think I'm going to pass. And apps. Yeah, I like apps the best. We have traded apps before, so I'm going to buy apps today. It's an Ava trade. We have that going for us. There's no pressure, Ava, at all. It's under 30, over 30. The risk to reward's good. Makes sense to me, so that's what I'm going to do. All right. So I'm keeping AGQ, doing great. McDonald's, doing fantastic. SPY, overnight SPY trade. Great overnight SPY trade. Buying that again. XOM, which is Exxon, doing great. Trailing stop level. And I will be buying apps today. And that's all I'm going to be buying. Oh, well, that's rude. All right, we'll take care of that. And we will also take care of this. Oh no, that's fine. That one's a good one. We'll leave that one. And so I like Budweiser if it were to close over 60-70 with the range there, but it's a tough one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with apps. It makes more sense to me. All right. So wow. All right. That's fantastic. Cool. Cool. Ava says RH has a 520 cross today. How we doing on time? So listen, everybody, in the last 5 minutes, I'm probably not going to be able to read your post as often anymore, okay? There seems to be a lot of posts that come in right at 5 minutes, but you know, I have to take care of business, right? Because I'm managing several accounts. So if you can, remember, try to get your comments and your questions outside of that last 5 minutes, because from now on in that last 5 minutes, I'm not going to be able to read as many, and I hope you understand. Steve is long UGL and Steve is long SQ. So Steve is long UGL 5905. He's long AGQ at 36.95 on the gap up today after the bounce. Okay, so Steve is long UGL, which is double leverage gold. He's long AGQ, which is double leverage silver. He's also long Square 270.73, and he's also long Snap at 75.47. So Steve today is buying UGL, AGQ, SQ, and Snap. And I am going to be buying apps. APPS. All right. How many am I buying? Well, that's right. All right. I'm going ahead and buying apps right now. I think we're done. I'm done anyway, except for my overnight SPY trade. Bleachers, how's it going? Futile, the winds to a heart in port. Done with compass, done with the chart. Oh, we have another poem. Futile, the winds to a heart in port. Done with the compass, done with the chart. Very nice, Bleachers. I have to get the rhythm of your poems. I think I've got Frank's down pretty well at this point. Futile, the winds to a heart in port. Done with the compass, done with the chart. Thank you, Bleachers. That's really great to have a second poem on here. And thanks for coming today. I like your screen name. So great trading today. Really nice. Very, very thankful for that. Oh, let me do a little quick math on this. 222. Nope. 222. 222. 42. Okay. There you go. Okay. That's that. All taken care of. Right, we have about 15 seconds. Oh, I didn't even grab a drink of water. That hit the spot. All right. So today's transactions, I did buy apps at 51.18. And I did buy SPY at 447.26 for the overnight SPY trade. So overnight SPY trade over here like so. That didn't work. Get rid of this guy right here. Ooh, was that a false breakout to the upside on the SPY? No, it barely closed above. It barely closed outside the range. 4726. That's my overnight SPY trade. And then apps. I did buy apps with the under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third. Also like that it closed above the 5 EMA. And that is 51.18. It's 51.19. What a win. What a win. So listen, if any of my students have any new entries, exits for me today, if you could please go ahead, put them in the live stream. I will get to them in just a moment. Just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I think I do a really good job of it. I know I teach a really great course where I teach you all 5 of my trading approaches. I teach you step by step. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you're advanced. I will teach you every single step so that when you're done with this course, you will know exactly how I trade and based upon good trading principles. So the course is 15 hours long, 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours long. So it is an intensive course, but I teach you a lot. I burn a lot of calories, and I really make an effort because it's very important to me that my students become profitable traders. So, if you do take the course with me, keep in mind and just realize that it's very important to me that you succeed. So that's why I work so hard at teaching. I have been super busy with teaching almost every single night. I don't think I've ever been busier, but I'm grateful because I like to teach and I like to help people become better traders. The course is $1,750, but I promise you it is worth every single penny. So if you're interested, send me an email. Just say, Greg, I'm potentially interested in taking your course. I will reply and say, great, let's get a Skype call together. The Skype call is free. It's just for me to get to know you better, learn more about you and your trading, your challenges, your goals. It's a good time for you to ask me any questions about the course in particular. And when we're done with the Skype call, think about it as long as you want. And, if you wake up one morning and you said, today's the day, I do want to study with Greg, I do want to become a better trader and learn how he trades, then just email me. We'll get it all scheduled and away we'll go. Secondly, I do have a really great online course available on udemy.com. It's called the Deep Dip Buy Stock Trading Strategy. I use it all the time. I use it in my day trading. I use it in my swing trading, my weekly trades, my monthly trades. And it's one of my favorite strategies. And the best part about that course is that it's very affordable. It's like $12 or $15 on udemy.com. The link's in the description. Don't confuse that it's low price, that it's not worth a lot, because it is. It's 9.5 hours of video, 26 videos, and 15 study guides. And of course, in my opinion, the one-on-one is the better way to go, right? Because you have a live person that you're speaking with and can answer questions right away. But if you're not in the financial position to do the one-on-one, it's a good start to take the online course. And that's going to help you as well. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It really does help the channel out a lot. It helps it lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content here. And so they'll get out and they'll share it with more people. And there are a lot of people out there that need some help with trading, right? That can to learn an actual plan. So if you have hit it today, thank you very much. If you haven't, if you found it helpful today, if you could click it before you click on out of here and get on with your day, I would really, really appreciate that. All right, deal, done and done. All right, so let's check out what's going on. I know we have Steve did UGL. All right. So Steve is long UGL. Let me read this. 520 EMA crossover. All right. And if my computer freezes up, you are literally going to hear me scream. It's not going to be pretty. You're not going to like it. So hopefully it won't. And then long AGQ. Okay, so I'm long AGQ as well. So I'm going to put over here Steve. So if we can keep these separate. Steve at 36.93. with the 520 cross. Okay. Steve is also long. Let me get rid of Disney. Let me get rid of Disney. Let me get rid of Budweiser. Again. Okay, Steve is long. SQ. And Steve is long from 270, 73. Okay. Okay, 520 and snap. And snap also with the 520 for Steve. And Steve picked that up at 75. Oh, I'm losing it, everybody. Okay, 75.47. Sometimes this all blends in together. And there we go with Steve. 520. Bleach. Oh, okay. So that was the poem that we read. Okay, I think I've got everybody there. Gary is also an SQ. And also, oh no, sorry Gary, I put you on Snap. Let's put you back over in SQ. Oh, you have a long history with SQ, Gary, if I remember correctly, right? Okay, it's funny how people have their favorite stocks, right? I mean, you know, mine's Apple, to trade Apple intraday and that kind of stuff. All right, so that's SQ. And then Gary also has apps. Okay. Gary says, good to see everyone. Bleacher says, Emily Dickinson. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. Tracy is in apps. That's the dynamic duo. And Snap. Dynamic duo. Tom is in apps. Really nice trade on Tesla, Tom. Tom is there on apps and AGQ with a 520 crossover. How should I do this? Okay, I'll do it like this. Okay, I'll put Tom there like so. And Kamal is out of Uber. Oh, you sold into that strength, huh, Kamal? Nice trade, buddy. Okay, Kamal says, thank you. Have a great day. Hey, Kamal, I'm going to trade you. I got an interesting, what we were talking about last night. I got something quite interesting on that, so I'm gonna call you on my walk if that's okay. And then apps, we also have David. Mr. David, that's what I like to call him. All right. David says, thanks, Greg and group as always. Thank you, Dave. George says, good afternoon. Thank you, George. I hope you have a really great afternoon as well. Frank is in Snap. Mamal says, regarding you, There was a 50% Fibonacci retracement during the 200 SMA deep dip buy. Yes. Here's the low. Here's the high. We retrace to about 200-day moving average, giving a good risk to reward ratio. Very good eye. It has now moved 1.5 ATRs. Do Fibonacci levels play a role for sell decisions, or simply follow the deep dip buy rules? Well, this is a perfect example, Mamal, of using a deep dip buy, but also looking at the broader picture of the low to the high in a retracement of the 50%. That makes the trade better, in my opinion. We moved up, we retraced 50%, but the 50% just happened to coincide with a good deep dip buy rule. So, I mean, yeah, I do use Fibonacci. If something has a big down day and then it rallies back above the 200-day moving average, but it's at a 50% retracement back up of the big down bar, I won't buy it. So the answer to that is yes. And so you are 1.5 ATRs from entry. Wonderful. So if I was in that trade, I would go into trailing stop mode, which means I would sell half my position if I got a close below the previous day's low. Does that make sense? Ava's in apps. You better be in apps. All right. Jonathan is also in apps and SQ. Look what you started, Ava. Okay. JONATHAN and SQ for Jonathan. Okay, dokie. All right. If anyone has any of my students have any other entries, let me know. First, I want to read this like I do every day. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is by Martin Cornfield. It's a great saying, everyone. Let's please go out and do one random act of kindness today for another human being. If possible, let's also try to go out and do another random act of kindness for an animal. If everyone did do that every day, the world would be a better place, right? Like, there's no question. So maybe let's start it with us. We can start the wave like they do at a football game, and we could trace it all the way back to this podcast. That'd be kind of fun, right? But seriously, right? I mean, go out and do it. Maybe one day when you need it, someone will be there to do it. A random act of kindness. For you as well. Mamal says, thank you, Greg. You are certainly welcome, my friend. All right, what's going on after hours? Anything interesting? Apple's down. Apps is up. Gold is up. McDonald's up nicely. SPY's up nicely. Tesla's up. Exxon's up. All right, sweet. Looking pretty good. All right, everybody. Well, listen, if you have any other comments or questions or jokes or haikus or I can't think of anything else clever to say, but if you have anything else to say, do it. Do it. Put it down in there. I think we got everything. I'm glad my trading platform did not freeze, and therefore you did not have to hear me scream. Tesla, what a trade for Tom. What a beauty. What a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade for Steve on NVIDIA, up 5.49%. That's a monster, yo. 68.35. Did we reject the 50? I don't think so. I think Steve would have spotted that. 68.59 is what I have, Steve. Paxton says, thanks, Greg, Ava, Steve, Frank, Kamal, Lova, Gary, anyone else I have missed, and my lovely bride-to-be, Tracy. Yes. So, let me see if I can find this. Where is it? I was gonna show him your wedding invitation. Ah, darn it, I don't have it handy. But Paxton and Tracy are getting married on Friday. How great is that, right? Michael says, thank you for everything, Greg. I'm ready for tonight. Me too, buddy. I am ready. We're going to do it. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. Let me see if I can find this, what I was looking for. Oh, I knew what. I know what I'm doing, at least sometimes. Other times not. Look at this, everyone. This is Tracy and Paxton's wedding invitation. Please join us for the wedding reception of Tracy and Paxton Friday, August 27th at 4 p.m. in Murray. RSVP to Tracy. So congratulations to the two of you. That's going to be great. Ava says, thank you, Greg, and everyone. Thank you, Ava, as always, for everything. Appreciate your friendship. Tom says, congrats, dynamic duo. I agree. That's Mr. and Mrs. Dynamic Duo now. Well, at least on Friday, right, Tom? And yeah, Tom, sorry, I couldn't. The soonest I could do that was on Wednesday. I've just been really packed with lessons, which is great, right? But sorry that we have to put off a week. Okay. Well, I think that's it, everyone. I'm going to put on my hiking shoes, go out. Finally, it's sunny again, which is nice. It's been rainy and yucky and cucky. And so I'm going to go out, get some sun, get some fresh air, and very grateful for today's nice green P&L. Really happy for that. All right. Well, I think that's it. So have a good rest of your day. Be good, be kind, drive safe, look both ways when you get to an intersection. Be nice to humans, be nice to animals, study some charts, get some exercise, do some deep breathing, but generally just have a wonderful day. You know what I mean? I sounded a little bossy there, didn't I? So, all right. Well, I'm going to head out. I have to run that US legal disclaimer before I do, but have a wonderful day. Hope to see you tomorrow during the final hour of the market. Take care, everyone. Bye now. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit, No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.